Jamestowne above water. And that's our top story at 5:30. Thanks for joining us. I'm Janet Roach.
And I'm David Allen. The fight to save Jamestowne is going underground. Technology is making it easier to monitor rising water surrounding this historic site. 13 News Now reporter Nico Clemens shows us how it works.
They're working to combat sea level rise at historic Jamestowne.
It's less to combat it, than it is to react to it.
A study group made up of several organizations is using high-tech tools to monitor groundwater on Jamestowne Island.
Jamestowne is everybody's past.
The group is trying to see how sea level rise impacts the island and its historic artifacts.
It'll allow us to begin to predict when different archaeological sites on the island are going to be impacted.
Gary Spearin is a research hydrologist with U.S. Geological Survey. He says that they're seeing salty and acidic water around the island, which can cause historic artifacts to deteriorate, making it difficult for them to recover them.
And
the USGS placed a series of wells at 5 different sites on the island to monitor the water quality.
If a site is important enough, they will try to recover the artifacts before those conditions take place.
Spearin is working alongside the National Park Service and Jamestowne Rediscovery.
It's going to take an army. It's going to take our nation to really understand and combat this.
Spearin says they're nearing the end of a 3-year study and already submitted a request for more funding. He and other experts say sites on the island are in danger of being lost, so the idea is to plan ahead.
We've got some very important history on the island.